Clever sent over all this. I'm not keeping it, but it is going to be a sponsored stream. As everyone knows, I will be as diligent of keeping track of everything that I don't like and like, just letting you guys know. And obviously Clever had nothing. He can't really do anything about this. It's a live stream, so it's not like he can edit anything, or he didn't really give me anything to like, I have to say. But we have some like data stuff we'll go over for the board. Let's take a look today. First of all, we have our PCB. The PCB was in a different box. That's why I'm showing you guys this first. There are some stuff missing, which we'll go over. Clever put in some notes. Little PCB, I think I gotta snap this one here off, but little hot swap McLovin combo. In terms of PCBs, the hot swap PCB here, very nice. We do have a fixed bottom row, obviously, because this comes in a few different bottom rows, or I guess not a few different, but like, you know, Win Keyless will do that sometimes, or even HHKB will do that. So in this case here, HHKB, so it is kind of giving us one bottom row here, but that's fine. There is indeed an EC version as well, yes. There's a lot, so I mean, we can go over this as well. There is going to be a Win Keyless, or 7U HHKB. I was going to go over this after I opened up the keyboard, but we have our desired plates between 4 available MX and EC options. I also took some feedback last minute and added some solder MX. Very nice. I like that. But yeah, pretty fun. It's going to have a, I guess depending on where you look at it on the board, let's just say 19 millimeter front height. We won't use the front of the cherry lip, but 19 mil, which is pretty solid. With the cherry lip, it's about 13.6, not including the foot, I believe. I don't know if that's with the foot or not. And it's a 9 degree typing angle. Very, very nice. Carrying case too. Nice little Clever carrying case. I always like these carrying cases with this stuff. Actually, is this another pouch here? Oh yeah, this is one of the torque sticks. Clever said, I think it'll come with 2, right, Clever? It was in your notes, but there's only 1 here to show you guys. These are way bigger than I thought they were. For some reason, I thought this was tiny. But yeah, I think OmniType is also selling these, last I checked. Where's the Clever logo on this? I thought there was a... Oh yes, it's here on the tip. It's upside down. It could also be a magic wand. Oh, and on the butt of it too. That's cute. These are really cool in person. Holy shit. Are they food safe? You have to ask Clever. And then we have our keyboard. Okay, ignore my camera freaking out here. We'll just go to this view. Ooh, I already love the color of this. So this is a titanium toned anodized aluminum top paired with a textured sand powder coated bottom. I think this is the warmest of all the combos, unless you go with red, which the red one's really pretty too, by the way. But this is probably the warmest, like brown, and probably the most neutral out of all of them. Damn, I love this textured bottom. This is like that other board that had it, the Alice board that you made, Clever. Here's a close-up of this. The Enzo E, yeah. So this has like a physical texture to this, and I would say a visual texture. And look at that board, man. Look how good this thing looks. Look at that side profile. Isn't that pretty? The texture is like amazing to run your hands on too. Yes, this is a production unit, not a proto, if in case of anyone's wondering too. So this is representation of the final product, because it is technically the final product. The weight's really cool on this. I mean, Clever has, and this is not me glazing Clever for no reason at all, he has yet to disappoint me in design. I've always really liked his projects. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. And then this has a copper USB little insert over here. It's recessed, but not crazy recessed, so I think most cables should be fine there. Copper little weight here on the bottom with some visible screws. I think that adds a nice little touch. And then we have our screws for the bottom case, hidden under some feet. These are rather deep, so this is probably where you're going to be using those included torque sticks. I think if you have like the Geon screwdriver kit, it should fit into this as well. Maybe this is like the only thing that I wish was a little bit more like, I guess, outspoken, so it's not like super deep and you don't run the risk of damaging things. But yeah, just be careful when you're doing, like, unscrewing this. Inside, we have some, oh, this is actually really pretty like this. I think this texture is just making this keyboard pop. Wow, that looks really good like that. Holy shit. This is cool, Clever. Did you laser this? I like that. I like the look of that inside the case. Almost looks painted. And then it says designed in North Carolina, USA. Clever. Little laser engraving with some stepped internals. but they're almost like a very like subtle step. And then we have a place for the daughter board at the top. That cherry lip is looking good too. This is the color that you guys have seen already. So the color that we have on the desk here. I'm telling you guys, the photos and the renders, like they look good, but this looks so much different in person. This isn't a render, this one? This green one here on the plant? That's impressive. I don't know how the hell you did that. How'd you do that? Invisible strings for reals? How'd you get that shot? And then we have the Lassian ratio. Am I pronouncing that right? I like the other colors more. I think having the red is really pretty. I don't know if I like the blue, but also I'm kind of biased. So whatever. You guys know me. Biggest blue hater. It is what it is. This blue is peak. You guys can like it. It's a preference thing, okay? And then we have the red one. This one's fucking hot too. This one is stunning. And I guess this is the reverse, right, Clever? So the textured part would be on the top, and then the bottom would be the anode coated, I guess, the coated part here. This is all E-coat? Okay, so this is all E-coat. So I guess if you want the textured one, it's only this one here, which makes sense because this does say textured sound coat. Okay. The Lassian has a sand coat though? Oh, this one has a sand coat. Okay, textured sand coat. Okay. So just so you guys know what you're getting into, okay? This is white. This looks almost like a cream. This is beautiful though. I think if I had a choice of which one I'd go with, I don't know. I actually think I'd go with the red. The red, like it looks so striking on this keyboard. The red, yeah, it pops like so well here. And then I'll go through some other stuff with you guys quick here. This is how you build out the kit on Clever's website. So we have some different choices here. You know, you can pick whatever you want. So this is it in Canadian pricing. So $537 for the kit here, and then which plate you want. So we can pick the MX solder, and this is plate and PCB or MX hot swap. And then if you want to add a Dynacap bundle, that's going to be your price. So we can let's just add the one we have today. Oh, I guess this is Winkyless. And then let's add a solder unit. Wait, where's the hot swap unit for this one here? Clever? Scroll over. Oh, you know, Clever, I would have missed that. Yeah, I think you should do a drop down. I would have gotten confused there and thought those were my only options. Oh, there's more. Yeah. I think I would change that. Refresh. Much better, Clever. That's so much better. Look at that, guys. We're fixing things real time. That actually, honestly, makes so much more sense visually. It's just the checkout page. It doesn't need to be super aesthetic. Bro's quick with it. Bless. Yeah, this is so much better. Okay, so it comes out to about 666 CAD. If you guys are curious about pricing for the ones we're building today. Obviously, it gets more expensive depending on what you're putting in. All right, let's look at what else we have in the package here. We have our press and feet. Then we have our gasket socks and this really cool Thok Clever sticker. And then a Clever flower. So Clever, are all the plates going to be color matched to the keyboard? There's only one plate as far as I know, guys. I don't think there's plate options. I would love to see plate options, but I don't know if we're getting plate options for this. All the plates are this color. Damn, I would have loved to see color match plates. But I get it. This matches this one almost fantastically here. Pretty color though? Yeah, it is a pretty color. It's my first time using egg yolks here, but not my first time trying them. There was some at the meetup that I tried. Okay, if you guys want, you can use this screwdriver and it's fine too. I'm gonna use this rather than use the other one, Clever, just because I don't want to scratch anything and I feel like I'm more comfortable with this screwdriver. The screws are branded? Holy shit, it's such a small detail, but it's kind of cool. I don't even think I can properly show you. I think I need a macro lens to show you guys this. Okay, and then you said there was supposed to be a force break or something in this too. Let me look at the thing here. I think the force break missing is in the highlighted areas you mentioned. Yeah, it's using a fly daughter board. I will admit, not the biggest fan of the Molex connector, but it is what it is. People have their own opinions on this. I have mine. I've mentioned it a million times, but I get why people use it. We won't have Molex for the final. Thank you, Clever. Thank you. No force brake pads? Okay, we won't bother. If we need a force brake, I will use... Yeah, I'll probably just use something else for the force brake. Don't stress. I like that every screw so far that I've used has the same screw head. Small little detail here, but I absolutely love when boards do that. That way there's no like fussing about what screw goes where and oh my god, I forgot which screw head I need to use. Let's screw this in. You know what I would have done too, Clever? Small little detail. Not that this is like not deep enough or anything. I would have added like a little system over here, just where it kind of like loops up and loops down, where it can kind of pinch the cable into place. That way there, it'll be like very clean where you put down this, and it pinches the cable without needing tape, and there's no fuss with the cable. The production cable should have a thicker sleeving too. Okay. And actually, clever. Are the gaskets, do they go with that little nipple down or up? I probably should have asked you before I put them all on. Up to you. Oh, okay. We'll do down first. Pointing and down for more flex. I figured as much then. Clever, I gotta say, pushing in these pressing feet, very satisfying. Why is this set going so hard right now? I'm telling you guys, it's a good set. Oh yeah, this is a nice board, Clever. It looks really good. I really like it. The contrast between the top frame and the bottom is really nice. All right, let's see what this sounds like. So we have egg yolks on aluminum with the gaskets pointed down for like the little nipple part. And this is without the force brakes, since I don't have them here. Not that it needs it. Ooh. So, okay, the force brakes would obviously probably remove some of that metallic resonance. But again, we know that it's preference. You may like that. So... tonality is really nice on this. Again, if you don't like the resonance, it comes with force brake pads. I don't have those here today, but it's easy to put those in. That'll most likely, like yesterday's build, probably would just remove 90% of that. I do think with the resonance, though, it's actually a really nice sounding board. Again, not everything needs to sound the same in this hobby. Feeling-wise, I mean, this board feels phenomenal. I do have to admit, like, you know, I was hoping maybe just for a smidge more flex out of the gaskets, but it's a soft type, but medium firmness, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel like normal medium gaskets, I guess, you know? Past that, the typing angle doesn't really bug me. 9 degrees, again, is like the upper limit of what I normally like anyways. Like, past that becomes a little bit more like you're tilting your wrist too much. The egg yolks, not really pertaining to the keyboard, but yeah, they're good. Have to admit, they do sound like more of a plasticky HMX switch, but I think the loudness and tonality of it really stands out. I'd get these. I mean, I did get these, but I'd get them again. Like, I'd order another set. If this is how they sound like, I'm happy with them. I think I still like yogurt switches more. And again, it's not really pertaining to the keyboard or nothing, but yeah, I think yogurt switches definitely a little bit more up my alley. I would do, like, if I had to pick between yogurt, egg yolks, and macchiatos, I think I would go yogurt, macchiato, egg yolks. In that order. Yeah, but it's pretty poppy. Again, tonality of the board sounds really nice. Feeling-wise, it's a comfy board. Visuals, dude, the visuals on this, I mean, we can take another quick little... Ooh, my cable's going flying there. I'll pick it up later. Visuals on this, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Like, how can you not like this? Here's another up close of it from this angle. So this bottom, on this particular one, has that really nice like sand-like texture. The Clever logo on the back to the little flower. Here's the side profile in case you guys are interested. And again, it's already live for the pre-orders. So if you guys are interested in it, now's like the best time to join this. Looks good. Clever has experience building keyboards, and that experience shows within this keyboard. Just like a lot of his other projects, they show in these keyboards. It's not his first rodeo, and again, you can tell it's not his first rodeo. Everything about this was like very satisfying to put together. Have a good one. Love you guys, and bye-bye. See ya.